Hey there, Toons! Coach Z here with another video. This one has been requested for some time now. It is a walkthrough of the battle with the Chief Justice, or CJ. The reason why it took a while is because, like the one about the CFO before it, there are two distinct jobs that have to be performed, so two different runs had to be videoed. And since you have to have earned jury notices between runs, it took a while. Originally, I wanted Fat Peanut Pickle Pop to give the tour, but he is so far up in the Lawbot hierarchy now, to get enough jury notices would have taken a very long time. So instead, I asked Fat Tubby to do it. He is fairly new to the Chief Justice, and therefore did not have many jury notices to get. Now, before I begin, let me remind you that in order to go see the Chief Justice, you have to have a Lawbot suit. To get the Lawbot suit, you have to complete the toon tasks to get the parts, which you will start getting only after you have finished all of the toon tasks in Donald's Dreamland, including getting a complete Cashbot suit. Once you have a Lawbot suit, you simply get the requisite number of jury notices and then go to see him. It is highly recommended that you see him with an entire group of 8 toons. The damage that is handed out by the Chief Justice and the 8 or 9 prosecutors is pretty high, and you need all the help you can get. First, however, I want to show you the Cog Fight that occurs before. The first group of cogs usually consists of a level 12 and up to 3 level 8s. One toon uses a piano on the level 12, while the other 3 take out the others with sound. Next, 4 level 9s appear, which are taken out by 3 elephant trunks and a foghorn. Throughout this battle, teams usually rely heavily on sound and coordinate the use of their foghorns to eliminate as many cogs as possible. Next, 4 level 10s appear, again taken out with 3 elephant trunks and a foghorn. Now 4 level 12s emerge. These require 3 foghorns and an elephant trunk. Then back to 4 level 9s, eliminated with 1 foghorn and 3 trunks. Then 2 level 9s and 2 level 10s, eliminating using the same combination. 1 level 10 and 3 11s are eliminated using 2 foghorns, 1 trunk, and 1 auga. Then 4 level 11s are removed with 2 foghorns and 2 elephant trunks. Finally, a group of 3 level 12s and a level 8 are taken out by a lure and a level 7 trap. Taking out groups of level 12s, by the way, is one of the best uses of a level 7 gag that you can perform. And with the traditional cry of, "Let's go on the trolley!" the 4 cogs get flattened, and the cog fight ends. Next comes the jury selection. In this, cogs attempt to seat themselves in every jury chair, and you have to use a cannon to launch toons to fill those seats instead. It's tricky and takes some practice to do, but here are a few hints. Don't start firing right away. Fire a toon only at a seat that has a cog in it, since eventually all seats will be taken by a cog. Don't waste toons to fill up seats that will just be taken over by cogs again. Also, remember that the jury box is rising, so each shot has to be slightly higher than the previous one. Use your misses to judge where to aim next. You should have some practice in this with the water tower game and the cannons in parties or in your estate. You can choose to either move horizontally along a row or vertically from the top row to the bottom or vice versa, but try to avoid hitting seats that someone else is trying to aim for. Once the jury is seated, the trial actually begins. 8 or 9 prosecuting cogs appear, along with a bunch of large gavels and a set of balances. You have to do one of 2 things. Either stun the prosecuting cogs by throwing evidence files at them, or throw evidence files into the pan close to the jury box. Use your pie-throwing skill that you developed against the VP here. First, I will have Fat Tubby demonstrate stunning. Every toon, whether stunning or pan-filling, has to get evidence files from the witness stand next to the judge's bench. Unlike the VP, you only have a certain number of these files, and will have to go back to the witness stand repeatedly to get more. The prosecuting cogs will throw evidence files at you as well, and if they hit you, you lose 5 laugh. You also lose 5 laugh if you run into a gavel, and 20 if you get hit by one, so avoid those gavels. The stronger your team, the more gavels there will be. Also, the Chief Justice will jump, just like the VP did, except here he will sound a klaxon before he jumps. Listen for that, toons, since you will not always be able to hear when he jumps, but you will hear the klaxon. Stay close to the judge's bench the first few times you meet him to get the rhythm, which you will need if you attempt to stun the back prosecuting cogs. Now, there are some toons who are very good at stunning 3 or even 4 prosecutors at once. Fat Tubby has never been able to develop that skill, but he can take on 2 at once, which is fairly simple. Just stand between 2 of the prosecutors, then throw a file at one, turn, and throw a file at the other, and turn back, by which time the first one will be coming out of his stun, and you can throw another file. Do not throw a file at a cog that is already stunned, as that is a waste and will not increase his stun time. Using the 2 cogs method, 4 tunes are needed to stun all the prosecuting cogs. And if they manage to get them all stunned at the same time, every tune gets a 10 laugh tune-up. And for the following 20 seconds, all evidence thrown in the pan counts double. The more often the stunning tunes accomplish this, the faster the tune gets acquitted and the sooner the Chief Justice retires to his chambers. Now the other duty that needs to be done is to fill the pan with evidence. The weight of the evidence makes the pan go down, and when it hits the bottom, the tune is acquitted and the Chief Justice is defeated. The prosecuting cogs, on the other hand, will either be throwing evidence at you or into the other pan to counter the evidence you put in. So the faster you can get that evidence into the pan, the better. There are basically 2 methods to do that. In one, you stand far back away from the pan and throw a long arc into it. This position allows you 2 things. 1, you are less likely to get hit by a gavel, which tend to aim for spots near the pan. And 2, gives you a lot of time to see evidence that is being thrown at you, so you can jump to avoid it. The other method is to get up very close and toss at the underside of the pan. Surprisingly, this method works also. It makes it easier to hit the pan, but harder to see when evidence is thrown at you, and makes an easier target for the gavels. Now, if you are good at jumping at the right time and avoiding the gavels, you should have no problem keeping your laugh up. But if you get low on laugh, or know another tune who is, you can throw evidence at them, just like throwing pies at the VP, to tune them up. Hopefully, you won't have to spend too much time doing that, as the fight is tough enough without tunes spending all their time healing each other. Get good at stunning and learn to avoid damage, and you won't need a tune-up. Once the pan hits the bottom, the Chief Justice is forced to declare a mistrial, and you win. That's it for this video, Tunes. See you next time!